Well, we are back. We're in the TV8 backyard, and we have Johnie Rosenfeld with us from Johnny's Garden, giving us some tips on how to keep those flowers looking gorgeous. And Johnie, I have to admit that I get so jealous when I see all the big lush bouquets up at Beaver Creek, over in Vail, and at people's homes, because a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on flowers during the summertime. It makes our valley even more beautiful.
Yeah, it really does. It's a great way to add some color, and it's seasonal, and it really performs all year long, so it looks great the entire season.
Well, and it's a hobby for people, too. They like to maybe landscape their own yards, or just, even if they only have a little condo, make it look great with some flowers outside by their doorstep.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect for condos when that's really all you can have, and it also works for other gardens like those that have perennial gardens to add color that supplements the perennial color that's a little more, off and on.
Okay, we're talking annuals today, and we're going to help you keep these plants nice and healthy. So first of all, the key is watering. We also want to fertilize. We also want to deadhead. Tell us about this. How often should we water?
Well, it depends on the size of the box and the exposure. The key is that it's just as important to let the flowers dry out as it is to keep them moist. So more flowers actually die because they got too watered. Too much water and rotted, like the shade flowers that you have, like begonias and lobelia and fuchsia. Some of those are in the shade that stay wet. It's real important to water those less so you can get by with maybe twice a week on those. But flowers that are in the sun, like geraniums and petunias, you want to water those a minimum of 3 times a week. Hanging baskets are every day.
Are you just touching the soil to see how moist it feels?
If you can stick your finger all the way into the soil and it's dry all the way down, it's time to water.
Okay.
If it's still moist, then I would wait.
Okay. Now, what about fertilizing?
Fertilizing, it's important to fertilize it once a week for annuals, like lots of fertilizer. So a Miracle-Gro or a Bloom Booster type fertilizer, typically there are 2 different kinds. You can water soluble, like you can dissolve like Miracle-Gro in your water and water those real good once a week. Or you can use like an Osmocote, which is slow release fertilizer that you sprinkle on the top of the soil.
Okay. And now deadheading. We're actually going to do a little deadheading at our own TV8 back deck, and we haven't been doing it, okay? I'm just going to admit it to you right now.
It's a lot of work. That's really what causes the annuals to perform the best by deadheading, because it forces new blooms. And so you get rid of some of the older blooms so that new ones can come on, and they'll be more thick and lush and full.
Yeah, and it's easy to detect. I mean, it's basically the flowers that have gone through their life cycle, they've shriveled up. You can either grab them just from where they're coming out of, or you can actually pull all the way back to where their little stem is, and then the next flower will sprout from that place, right?
Exactly. The next node down will force more blooms and more buds. And so it just promotes that. And with the rain, it's even more difficult, because this rain has really wreaked havoc on petunias and some of the others, because they get wet and then they stick together, and then you need to deadhead those.
Okay. So, oh, even before the life cycle ends.
Yeah.
Hey, I have one question to ask you. A lot of times I'll get petunias, and maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a month or 2 in, I'll start to see these little tiny white bugs. Are they aphids, or what are they? Little tiny white, very light, and I swear they suck the life out of my plants.
It could be a bug, and you can do that, treat that systemically as well with something you sprinkle on the soil.
Okay.
That would be a good way to help treat that and keep them healthy all year long.
Okay. Well, if you want to find out more, we have johniesgarden.com. We also have 827-9200, where you can find out some more details. It's still not too late to get flowers. In fact, you could probably get some later season flowers that may last into September, early October, right?
Yeah, exactly. We got moms coming in pretty soon.
Okay. And they're located as you approach Minturn on Highway 24. Take the Minturn exit to find Johnnie's Garden. We'll be right back.